Hi there, it's Jared Plain, and welcome back to another episode in the Walking Jazz Standard series. In this episode, we'll be looking at one of my personal favourite tunes, Joy Spring by Clifford Brown. This is a tune that doesn't really get called on gigs too often, because the melody is very difficult to play. It mostly gets called by horn players, who have been woodshedding the melody for months, and want to flex their technique muscles. Regardless, the changes are very fun to walk and offer interesting and creative walking ideas. Let's take a look at the form. Joy Spring has a 32-bar A, B, C, A repeating form. The key signature has 1 flat, which tells us that we're in the key of F major. The chord changes for the first A section are quite typical for a bebop tune. We have discussed many of these harmonic ideas in previous installments in the Walking Jazz Standard series, so I'm not going to dwell on them for too long, but I will briefly mention what's happening in bars 5 to 6. This is essentially a 1-6-2-5 turnaround, but the 1 chord has the major third in the bass, and the 6 chord is actually a tritone substitution. A flat 7 replacing what would have been a D7 chord. Apart from this, there's nothing in this chart that we haven't looked at before. But the cool thing about Joy Spring is the way in which Clifford Brown uses key changes. The B section is really just the A section again, but transposed up a semitone to the key of G flat major. I really like this about this song. This unexpected key change really lifts the melody and keeps the listener interested. Brown does this again in the C section, shifting up another semitone to the key of G major. After a few adventures, we eventually return again to the starting key of F major for the final A section. If you've watched all the episodes in the Walking Jazz Standard series so far, you probably already know how to construct solid walking bass lines. The exercises in this lesson are really just complete bass lines that utilize many walking bass concepts and techniques. Arpeggios, modes, chromaticism, range, and rhythm are merely just tools that you have at your disposal. What it really comes down to is being able to use these tools in a musical way. Band leaders will hire you for your time, feel, and musicality. They don't care how much you know if you can't play. Okay, let's have a listen to our first bass line. The second bass line ventures into the upper register of the bass. It's okay to play your walking bass lines up in the higher register, just remember to not be up there for too long and to walk your way back down gradually. The purpose of these basslines is to help you to think more melodically. Try not to get into the habit of just playing the changes. Every aspect of your playing should be melodic, both soloing and walking. That's all we have time for in this lesson. Please be sure to visit jaredplain.com to get your copy of the PDF printouts and the backing track used in this lesson. And if you enjoyed this lesson, please consider making a donation to my GoFundMe page. Thanks very much, and until the next lesson, take care.